Espathra is a new Pokemon released in Gen 9 that has been causing quite a stir in the competitive singles community for a while now. This powerful emu is an absolute wild animal that can get out of control very quickly and demand a lot from you to answer it. Many years ago, my country went to war with emus, and we lost. The emus were too fast for us, and were able to outrun our military. Now here we are in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where the emus are once again too fast for us to handle. What is it about this Pokemon that is so controversial? Why is the Pokemon community at war with this emu? Let's take a look. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more informative content about competitive Pokemon. Espathra has access to one of the best offensive abilities in the game, Speed Boost. This ability raises your speed by 1 stage every turn that you're in. This ability has turned an otherwise fine Pokemon into a broken monster in the past. Blaziken got access to this ability in Gen 5, and it was enough to push the Pokemon over the edge and get it banned to Ubers. The snowball potential of Speed Boost can turn even an average-looking emu like Espathra into a force to be reckoned with. But that's not all. Espathra also has access to the excellent boosting move Calm Mind, and the move Stored Power. Stored Power is a move that starts with a base power of 20, but gains 20 more power for each boost that you have. With the combination of Calm Mind boosts along with speed boosts, the power of this move can ramp up very quickly and become a massive nuke. These qualities make Espathra an excellent choice on offensive teams as a win condition. Espathra is a great Pokemon to terrestrialize with. A common choice is Terra Fairy. This gives you a great defensive typing that turns your previous dark weakness into a resistance, and it enhances the damage of Dazzling Gleam, which is a nice coverage option that hits dark types super effectively. Terra Blast Fighting is another common choice. The issue with the Terra Fairy set is that steel types are able to resist both Psychic and Fairy, and also hit you super effectively with stab damage after you terrestrialize. Terra Blast Fighting gives you a super effective coverage option against steel types, and it's also not bad defensively, still providing you with that crucial dark resistance. Terra Blast is a less flexible option that relies on spending your 1 per game terrestrialize, but this option is well worth it on teams where Espathra is your main win condition and the most common Pokemon to spend Terra on anyway. The ability to answer steel types is very important and will win you a lot more games with this Pokemon. Many teams use mechanics like Shed Tail, Light Screen, and Reflect to give Espathra as much support as possible to start setting up and sweeping the game. This can be a pretty frustrating strategy to fight against. If you don't have a way to respond to Espathra immediately, the game can slip out of your hands very quickly. One downside to Espathra is that it needs multiple turns to really start posing a threat. Tinglu is a common Pokemon that can switch in and shrug off a +1 Dazzling Gleam pretty nicely with its huge bulk, even though it's super effective. Tinglu can then whirlwind Espathra out and stop it from sweeping. Another common way to handle Espathra is using a Terra Dark Clodsire. Clodsire has the ability Unaware, which means it completely ignores the enemy's boosts. If you Terra Dark on Clodsire, you gain an immunity to Stored Power, and you can shrug off the damage from Dazzling Gleam or Terra Blast Fighting since you completely ignore all of their Calm Mind boosts and have great special bulk. Terra Dark on other Pokemon can be a good way to answer Espathra as well, such as on a Toxapex with Haze, or a Skeledirge, another Pokemon with the ability Unaware. Espathra is also prone to getting taken out by priority moves like a Dragonite Extreme Speed, Chien-Pao Ice Shard, or Scizor Bullet Punch. While there are these elements of counterplay to Espathra available, this emu does demand a lot. Tinglu is a good check to Espathra that can stop its sweep, but Tinglu is also a Pokemon prone to being worn down over the course of a game, especially against an offensive team with many other threats to worry about. All of the other responses to Espathra I mentioned require you to spend your valuable 1 per game terrestrialize. This means you can't use your terrestrialize elsewhere, which might actually be their plan. Forcing you to spend your Terra on something like Clodsire can open up an opportunity for another one of their threats to now clean up the game. Requiring Terra to answer something is a lot to ask. Espathra can get away with not needing to spend its Terra if it's up against a Clodsire, while they need to spend their Terra to not lose to Stored Power. The Espathra user has a bit of an advantage here since it forces many teams to terrestrialize reactively so that they don't lose, while the emu itself does not need to terrestrialize to demand this response. Espathra is asking a lot from players right now and putting a real strain on team building. Chien-Pao is currently being tested, and the vote to ban it will begin soon. and it looks like Espathra is the next Pokemon on the chopping block. I personally think that Garganical is a bigger problem than Espathra right now, but I guess the order that they handle these things doesn't really matter. I do think that the emu is a little bit of a problem as well. Not only is there a historical precedent to banning the emus, following the Great Australian Emu War, the Pokemon community has also historically banned Blaziken, another Pokemon that was too much to handle with the combination of speed boost and a great boosting move. Emus have brought enough shame to Australia. Let's get rid of them once and for all, and actually win the war this time. What do you think of Espathra? Is Smogon once again just banning everything that threatens Toxapex as some sort of elaborate conspiracy? Or is this emu just too fast for us to handle? What would you like me to talk about next? Let me know down below in the comments, and thank you for watching. Thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to send me a team to look at in a video, or request a video topic for me to cover, take a look at my Patreon link in the description for more information. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more informative content about competitive Pokemon.
The money got different, 'cause of what I'm spending. The money got different.
Oh, it's
'Cause of what I'm
Megaphone!
spending.
Whoa!
The money
KO
got
by
different.
one hit! It
'Cause
scattered
of what I'm
spikes!
spending. The money got different.